This is the TEM 13.3 volume of spheres. We're going to answer explore activity. If you check, you have 3 draws there in the page 411. We have a 1 cylinder that have a radius of r and the height is 2r or 2 radius. Then the volume is going to be the volume of a cylinder. That's going to be p r squared times height. Now we have a cone that is the same, the radius is the same figure. We have the radius of the base and the height is 2 radius. Then we have the formula is going to be 1/3 of p r squared h. Now we're going to see if there is a sphere inside the cylinder that we have the radius of r and the height of 2r. Now we have the sphere, it's equal to 2/3 of p r squared height. But height, the value is 2 radius. Then we substitute that value, that value, and we obtain 2/3 p r squared, and instead of h we want to put it 2r. Now we separate these values because the 2 is going to multiply the fraction and the r is going to multiply the radius. Then we obtain 4/3 p r cubic, and this is the formula that we want to use to obtain the volume of a sphere. Now you can answer the reflect part in page 411. Now we continue in page 412. Then you check the square purple in the top of the page, and we're going to continue to answer example 1. Now we're going to find the volume of a sphere using a formula. The part A say we have a sphere, then we have the radius of 2.1 centimeters. We have the formula, volume, it's equal to 4/3 of p radius cubic. Then we substitute the values. 4/3 is 3.14 and the radius is 2.1 cubic. Then we obtain the volume, it's 4/3 3.14, now 9.26, that it's 2.1 at cubic. Now we obtain the volume is 38.8 centimeters cubic. Now we have the part B. We have another sphere, but now we have the diameter. The diameter is going to be 7 centimeters. Then remember that the radius is equal to diameter between 2, then it's divided by 2, sorry. Now we have 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. Then the radius is going to be 3.5. Now we substitute in the formula. Volume is 4/3 p r cubic, and this volume is equal to 4/3 314, and the radius is 3.5 cubic, and the volume is 4/3 314. The cubic is 42.9. Now we obtain the volume of this sphere is going to be 179.6 centimeters cubic. Then you answer your turn on page 412. I'm going to erase this. Remember that you have these procedures in your book. We're going to continue with example 2. finding the volume of a sphere in a real world context. Soccer ball come in several different sizes. One soccer ball has a diameter of 22 centimeters. What is the volume of the soccer ball? Round your answer to the nearest tenth. That's step 1. We find the radio. Then remember, radio is equal to diameter divided by 2. Then it's 22 divided by 2. Then it's going to be 11 centimeters. Then step 2, we substitute the formula. Volume is 4/3 PR cubic. Now substitute the values. 4/3 P, remember, is 314, and the radio we find that it's 11 at cubic. And we have volume is 4/3 3.14, then it's going to be 1331. We multiply that and we obtain 5,572.4533, but we need to round it. Then we're going to find volume is equal to point, check here, we obtain 5 centimeters cubic. Then with these examples you'll be able to answer the reflect, page 413, and your turn. Now when you finish that, you answer the guided practice, page 414, independent practice 415 until problem 23. Then when you finish that, then you have pages like you're going to answer like a quiz. Page 418, 425, 426.